So Kenyan activist Boniface Mwangi and his Ugandan counterpart Agather Atuhaire have revealed disturbing details of their detention in Tanzania, claiming that they were sexually tortured by operatives they believe were working with the state. Now the two say that they were abducted, held illegally for days in torture chambers and eventually dumped at the border. As Citizen TV's Ben Kirui reports, they claim that they were brutalized and warned never to speak about their ordeal.
For the first time since they are released from detention in Tanzania, Kenyan activist Boniface Mwangi and his Ugandan counterpart Agather Atuhaire have broken their silence, revealing chilling details of what they describe as a state-sponsored ordeal of abduction and abuse. Speaking at a press conference, a visibly shaken Boniface Mwangi, his voice trembling with emotion, recounted being forcibly taken from his hotel room, dragged into a dark airless cell, stripped naked, and sexually assaulted by his captors.
They told me to strip naked, and I stripped naked. When I stripped naked, they removed my handcuffs, and then I was grabbed by about 4 men. And they lifted me up so fast. Before they lifted me, actually, they put some gloves on my hands. Then they lifted me up.
According to the activists, they were held in adjacent rooms, close enough to hear each other's screams, groans, and pleas of mercy echoing through the walls as their ordeal unfolded.
So we spent the night on that floor. I could barely walk. I was bleeding. And then I could hear Agatha screaming. And one of the men was there saying, "Why don't you give me permission to rape her? Because this one is like a bit good. She looks very nice. Let me just allow me to shusha mzigo, like let me rape her."
At first I didn't know why, but I heard Boniface screaming and I knew they were trying to block that, me from hearing that. So they violently picked me out of that vehicle, and they also ordered me to strip naked.
And as the torture continued, Mwangi claims their captors issued chilling threats, warning him to never speak out about the abuse or face the release of compromising videos online, a deliberate tactic meant to silence through fear and public shame.
So they're recording this, and they're teaching me a lesson. So I'm stuck naked. They tell me around, say your name, your wife's name, your kid's name, where do you live, where do they go to school. I'm naked.
Mwangi and Atuhaire had traveled to Tanzania to show solidarity with opposition leader Tundu Lissu, who was appearing in court to face treason charges. But in the wake of their ordeal, the duo said their governments failed them, accusing officials in Nairobi and Kampala of remaining silent as they suffered in captivity.
I think when he's talking about his government letting him down, at least they pretended and put out a statement. Mine didn't. Because for our governments, it was good riddance. Someone else is getting rid of our headaches. Why would they care about that?
They are not the only regional figures to have faced hostility from Tanzanian authorities. Other prominent voices, including Martha Karua and former Chief Justice Willy Mutunga, were declared persona non grata and deported immediately upon arrival in Tanzania.
The East African community, SADC, AU, and the international community, your inaction is deafening. Join the citizens of Jumuiya, which is the East African community, in demanding 1. Immediate international sanctions against President Samia Suluhu Hassan, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, William Samoei Ruto, and General Muhoozi Kainerugaba for continued atrocities against the people of East Africa.
The two activists have vowed to pursue every legal avenue available, both regional and international, to hold the Tanzanian government accountable for what they describe as outrageous human rights violations. Ben Kirui, Citizen TV, Nairobi.